All right, it is Monday night, and I'm sitting outside of the unique thrift store right now. So I don't typically go out on Monday nights to do thrift shopping, but today is a 50% off day. I happen to be driving by here for some other errands, and so I decided today's the day I'm going to go in here and see if I can find anything. Of course, it's after I just got off my day job, so it's after 5:30, and this 50% off sale has been going on since 8 o'clock this morning. They do every Monday, and usually this place is just packed out in the mornings. And so probably at this point, anything good is going to be missing or is going to be gone already. But I pride myself on being able to find the things that other people aren't really aware of or interested in. So I'm going to go in here and try to just scoot through as quickly as I can, because I still do have my other errand I need to attend to. And then hopefully we find something good worth selling on eBay. If not, hopefully it's not too much of a time waster, but we'll see. Let's go and see if we can find anything good. All right, here we go, heading into the store now. This trip was a little bit of a time waster. I was trying to get to the UPS store to drop off a package before they closed, and I spent too much time here, and by the time I got done, UPS was closed, so I had to go the next day. It was fine. I have 3-day handling on UPS items. So, all right, I'm skipping right to where we start finding the good stuff here. I grabbed a cart there and then headed over to the books. And first thing I found here is this first edition of Homicide. This is the book that David Simon wrote, a nonfiction book that then led to the TV series Homicide: Life on the Streets. So it's still a TV show that people are aware of and probably there are fans of. So I thought maybe this book could be okay, and it's not too bad. I paid $2.50 for it. It is a first edition, so it's got a little bit of value there, but it's not much. About $20, probably $18.99. Really, it's if it was signed, probably get a little bit better value on it. I'm trying to look up comps right now, and there you see a few that show up. So they do sell, but I'm not gonna get rich on this book, and I'm not gonna anticipate a very quick sale on it either. But there's one thing in the cart, and over here on this end cap, they mostly have religious books. This is where I look for Bibles, and this I'm gonna pick up too. This is a Spanish language book, and it's like the ritual of the Catholic sacraments in Spanish. I can't find an exact duplicate of that book, a comp of it, but several others that do sell okay. It's not a big seller, I don't think. So I'm going to only pay like $1 or $1.50 for it. There it is right there, that red cover. I'm looking it up right now. It's probably about a $16 book. And this one, that Bible right there, I spent a lot of time researching that and then end up putting it back. This one I can tell is kind of a junky, cheap paper, cheap cover, cheap materials. That's a bad Bible, not worth buying. So yeah, I usually do find a pretty decent amount of religious books here, and while I'm not that religious myself, I'm happy to sell stuff to people who are looking for it. So I find a lot of Bibles here at this unique store that have done okay for me, and some that have done very, really, really, really well. But today, not so much. I do find a couple more religious books here around the corner. So usually that end cap is Bibles and Bible related stuff, and then the bottom shelf here, and you can see that Bible had a big tear in it, so I left it behind. This thing is called the Service Book and Hymnal of the Lutheran Church. It's from 1965, so it's a vintage book, church book, and I'm trying to find any comps of it here on my phone, and there's not that many really. It's probably about in the same price range as that Spanish language book. I'm going to pay $1.50 for it and probably list it for $20 or $18.99 or something like that. I do spend a little bit. There's like 2 books here that I spend kind of a long time researching, like way more time than is necessary. This red one and then a green one coming up. But I do pick them both up. I kind of maybe regretted these purchases once I got home, but this store does is 50% off, of course. Otherwise, I wouldn't even have gone in there. But also, they do if you buy 4 books, you get the 5th one free. So I'm always trying to find books in multiples of 5 so I can get one of them free. So I probably, I don't know exactly how many books I picked up today because I'm going to pick up a few lots of books here in a minute, big stacks of them. But anyway, I do grab this red one, and then there's a green one coming up right after that. This one, I think they're both they're both Lutheran church ones. Here's the green one. This one is called the Lutheran Book of Worship, and you can see I'm flipping through it, looking for a date or something like that. Price tag's barely hanging on there. I looked this one up and I found one that sold for like $65 or $70, and I was pretty excited to pick this one up. And it wasn't really till I got home that I realized the one that sold that much was like the pastor's edition or something like that. It turns out they make these books in several different editions for, like, there's one that's for like, the people sitting in the pews, the congregation. There's one for the pastor, and I think there's one like for the organist or something like that to know when to come in and play music and when to not play music. So they all have different values. This one is probably the lowest value of those 3 I mentioned. It's only going to sell for about $15 or $16. So, but I got it for $1.50, so I don't mind selling it for $15 for only paying $1.50 for it. So keep going. I went around the corner here. This section usually has tons of Stephen King books. This is like mostly these 2 shelves have nothing but Stephen King on them, but today they're just filled with science fiction and fantasy books. So I'm grabbing these. It's a pretty big lot of like 16 vintage paperbacks by Marion Zimmer Bradley. This is a series called the Dark Over series. So I'm not sure if it's sci-fi or if it's fantasy or it's some kind of mixture of both, but I like to buy books in lots. Those each individually, those books are not worth selling. Maybe you get $2 a piece for them, $4 a piece if you're lucky. But if you've got 18 of them, that can add up. So what do I have? 16 of these. I pay $1 a piece for them, so $16. By the time I get these listed and ready to go, I'm probably going to get, I'd say I'm going to get $85 for those. So I don't know what that turns out to a piece. Of course, I have plenty of room there to lower the price if I want to, if it takes a long time to sell or if I get a lot of questions or whatever. And then I'm going to find some more books down here on the bottom shelf or the lower shelves by a guy named Brian Lumley. It's like a horror writer. And there's not quite as many, 8 books from him. I'm going to pick those up too. And those eight books, I end up paying a little bit more a piece for those, so $14 for the 8 books. I'm subtracting. I mean, I'm adding up all of the money that I spend here and then dividing by the number of items. So I can just kind of make up these cost of goods however I want. But I'm going to search Brian Lumley real quick to see are his books selling, and it seems like they are. You could see that notification there on the app, that little warning symbol. This eBay app has been giving me a lot of hassle, so I'm having a hard time searching stuff, and it's taking me much longer than I want to spend because the app it just keeps crashing every time I'm trying to do something. So I do find some Brian Lumleys, and I'm going to pick those up. There's 8 books. I'm going to try to get 60 for all 8 of those, and I'd be happy if I did. I'm saying I spent $14 on those 8 books. So 14 into 60, that's not the kind of multipliers I like. I prefer like 10 times. Like if I spend $14 on something, I'd like to get 100 or 140 or something like that. But I think those are all more Brian Lumley. So I just keep finding more and more of them. A lot of times these sci-fi books and horror books and older books even, the paperbacks look like they're garbage, but they're actually the first editions of these some of these authors. So don't just discount a box of paperback books, because some of them could be really, really valuable if you have the time to dig into them and do a little bit of research. But you can see that, like that shelf, that whole shelf there, that upright, whatever it is, 5 shelves, there's usually just 5 or 6 books there, and they're usually Stephen King books. So they must have got a big donation from a science fiction and horror collector. And I might have missed out something here. I could have maybe have taken all of those paperbacks. They just announced they're not going to be, no publishers are going to be publishing those smaller mass market paperbacks anymore. So I don't know if that's going to possibly bring them up in value over time, but could be. So that's basically everything that I bought that I'm gonna sell, because I went around the corner here to the board games, and I grabbed this, which was kind of this was a dud. I bought this. It's like little paper model kit from the Museum of Modern Art, the MoMA Sculpture Garden, and I thought it was gonna be pretty cool. But it turns out that once I got home and opened it, a bunch of the stuff it's just paper, and it was like torn up and in bad condition. So that's going to end up going in the garbage. Or, yeah, I'll probably just put it in the garbage. I don't think I can sell it. It wasn't that valuable anyway, maybe a $20 little kit there. I think I paid $3 for it. So, not the best, but in 1 second, I'm going to close things down here, and then I'm going to just give you a better look at everything that I bought, and we'll break down how much profit we might be able to make when all this stuff eventually sells. So, yeah, let's go take a look at everything here in the photo booth. All right, so that was a pretty short trip, just one thrift store shopping experience, but I did get a couple of decent things. So first thing up here is this one we saw, Homicide: Life on the Streets by David Simon. You can see it says copyright 1991. This one doesn't have a number line. Usually you'll see a number line 10 through 0 to tell you it's a first edition, or sometimes it just flat out says first edition. So $2.50 for that. We'll sell that for $19. This is the Catholic Rituals of the Sacraments, Spanish language. Could be, I have picked up some Portuguese books there, but this looks like Spanish to me. $19, paid $1.50 for that. The Service Book and Hymnal. This one has a little scratch on the cover, and it has the previous owner's name is embossed, and what do you call that? Like gold leaved, gilded on there. So I don't know if that takes away from the value, but it is not the pastor's version, so that sucks. This one also is not the pastor's version. Both of these are about, well, one of them is probably 16 and one of them 19, something like that. This one has the owner's name. Same person? No, different person. I thought they would be the same person. This one, same thing. Basically the same kind of a book. Right here, these are all of those Marion Zimmer Bradley books. There's one duplicate. Unfortunately, they're not. If there's 16 books, then there's 15 titles, and then one of them is repeated. So I thought they were fantasy, but then some of them look like on the cover have like space costumes and stuff. So like here's some kind of rocket going off. So it might be like one of these books that, I mean, this looks like science fiction more than fantasy, but who knows? Could be one of these series where it's like on another planet, but a planet where they are living in like medieval time sort of stuff. So who knows? I'm hoping I get 85 for those books. Maybe we'll go a little lower. I didn't see this on the video. I must have forgot to record these, but I did get a set of these 11 copies of these I Survived books, which are popular, like middle grade kind of books about children and historical events. So this is like, I survived the bombing of Pearl Harbor. I survived the American Revolution. I survived Hurricane Katrina, the shark attacks of 1916. So I don't know if these are as popular as they were with kids. Maybe like 4 or 5 years ago, these things were really popular with tweens or whatever, maybe a little bit younger, 9 or 10-year-olds. I'm not sure exactly the age group these are for. But I have some other, just like last week, I bought a lot of 10 of these for basically the same price. These I paid $7.70 for. There's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. There's 11 of them. I think they're worth about $3 a piece. So I paid $7.70 and I'm going to try to get $33. And then the last thing was these Brian Lumley. I don't know, like this is another series called Necroscope. I never heard of this guy. And then I don't know what order they go in. Some of them have numbers, like this says Necroscope 4. But most of them just say like Necroscope the Touch, Necroscope Defilers, Necroscope 5. So some of them have numbers, some of them don't. I don't know if I have them. I don't know if I have one through 6 or whatever. I have no idea. But I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to list these and try to get $60 for them. So that's basically it. One trip to the Goodwill, or this was too unique, and hopefully we can make a pretty decent profit on here. I think it's gonna be, well, I mean, I guess it should be, you'll see the numbers on the screen, but I think it should be about $250 in gross, and then maybe like between $40 and $50 I spent on this stuff. So subtract that, we make around $200 from this shopping trip. So not the best thrift store trip I've ever made, but not that bad either. So we'll see. Hopefully we get all this stuff sold quickly. So thanks for watching. Tune in next week for the next shopping trip, and then mostly every other day of the week for other stuff that's happening in my eBay business.